everybody, and welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm your host for this evening, Bunny Sugars, and I hope you are all excited for the show we have planned for today. So, as per usual, we're going to get this party rolling. So remember, if you want to stay up to date with what we're doing over here, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe buttons. And if you really want to know when we're having a really good time, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we're live. Schedule it. Keep it on Post-its. Put it on a sticky note, or just click those bells because you will get your notifications every time we go live. So let's all get comfortable. Let's get ourselves comfy, get a snack, get a drink, and I'm about to tell you everything we need to know, or you guys need to know, because we're going to go through some house rules real quick. So firstly, go ahead, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and type your burning questions into the chat, but keep in mind and be really mindful about this. We cannot answer medical, legal, pregnancy, or anything like that, because in some countries, us answering those questions is illegal, and we just can't do that for you guys, and we're going to leave that to the professionals. So, more cheat codes from me, though. If you are interested in getting your question answered immediately, like ASAP, go ahead and send in a donation, because that allows you to skip the line. So, if you want to download, if you're on Facebook and YouTube specifically, you can go down below, and there is a download link that will be posted. Just keep an eye out for it. You just need to click the link, and it will take you to the prompts where you can go ahead and send in a donation, or you can go to journeyryanlive.com, and there you can select a 3-minute, a mini, a medium, or a mega reading. Mini, medium, and megas are all untimed, and mega is the one you want to choose specifically if you're looking for a mediumship to be done. So, also, another fun little tidbit, if you'd like to leave a review, if you get a reading here, or you're just really enjoying the shows that we're putting out, go ahead and go to journeyryanlive.com, and you can leave a review. And so that's always nice, because we love super positive, super good feedback, especially if you're enjoying the show with us. And remember, when you're submitting questions, whether it be in the chat or through donation, make sure you're super detailed with those questions, because the more detail you give in a question, the more detailed I can give you for an answer. So with that said, those are all the house rules, and we're going to go ahead and get this party started. So I want to go ahead and thank everyone for being here today. And so let's just go ahead and let's go ahead and jump into our first question. Excuse me. Look, we're going to have a good time. I'm already messing up today. So Gemma, hi Gemma, it's so good to see you. Gemma asks, Adam has a new friend called Rosie. He's not really mentioned her to me, but I know they get on well, and she's his usual type. Is there anything I should be wary of when it comes to her or them both? That is a really good question. I almost kind of intuitively hit that, maybe a little bit of worry, but not too much. So in terms of his feelings or his situation with Rosie, I think they more so feel like really good friends. You're starting here with this cocktail party card. This is a celebratory card. This is like the people you would go kind of clink your champagne glasses with. This is someone who is probably a closer friend to him. I think they have really good chemistry in general, and because you said they do get on well together. However, I don't think this is a situation of a romantic interest. This first kiss card is reversed. This is also an Ace of Flutes reversed. There's no action towards a romantic situation here. There's no desire for that kind of romantic situation in this relationship. And the rejection card is reversed here. You see the poor gingerbread cookies are sad, but they're not so sad. They're happy because it's reversed, meaning there's no real rejection for you here. I feel like maybe you might kind of have a little bit of worry with these butterflies here. You're almost entertaining the more negative thought output that you may be creating in your head, because it's the only way you can understand why exactly would he be so close to this person. And sometimes when we do that, we overcomplicate or overthink a situation that could be something super duper simple or super duper, not as complex. So I feel like that's what's happening here, Gemma. I feel like in your head, you see this scenario and you see where there's chemistry here, and you want that for yourself with him. However, at the same time, I think you already have it. And also it's like your mind is playing tricks on you. Oh man, and the Bell are going to have a time tonight. But remember about letting your mind play tricks on you. Sometimes we overthink a situation and we end up essentially psyching our own selves out of potential issues. I don't think they have something like that going on. So I hope I was able to help give you some clarity, Gemma. Thank you so much for your lovely question. So I want to go ahead and jump into our next question. So who do we have here? Yvette says, hi, buddy. Hi, Yvette. She asks, will I get the job as a guest concierge at the hospital? I believe I said that right. You know, you'll learn real quick about me. I can't pronounce nothing for nothing. However, Yvette, I do think you are going to get that job. I got goosebumps too. I think you are going to get this job. You have this 2 of Cups. That 2 of Cups is upright. That's always a good sign. That's an A, usually a yes in terms of career readings, but then also this is, or just in terms in general, that's always a yes. That upright is serious. I do think you're going to get the job here as a concierge. So I see that actually panning out well for you. And I kind of feel like, just based on what I'm picking up here, this is going to be something where you do need to be a little bit more secure. Yvette said, yes, you said it right. Oh, I'm so glad. Leave it to me. I'll mispronounce every single word in the dictionary if you let me. Look, the country's going to just jump right out of me. You're going to hear all sorts of words one day. But I think what's going to happen is this is going to be a job where you need to really focus on being able to take the action you want. This is going to be a good job for you. This 2 of Cups is real serious here. Because yes, you're going to get it. And yes, it's going to be a good fit for you, but there's going to be some changes you need to make. You need to step into your, I am a boss. I am this queen. I make the shots. I take control. And that is what you need to jump into mentally when taking this job. It's going to work out for you. But because you have this Ace of Swords reverse, you're not going to be able to take the action you want, but your confidence isn't going to be where you need it to be. So when you're looking at a situation or a job like this, you're going to have to start taking, a more commanding presence there. So if you've been a little bit anxious or a little bit less confident within yourself lately, that is something you're going to have to change when jumping into this new position. So it's a new position, but then also a Bell and me. There's so much more I want to say, but just be aware it's time to shift your types of traits that you come to love about yourself, but you may have repressed in other types of jobs. I wish we could talk more about it, but I do hope that I was able to help give you some clarity in regards to this career thing. And good luck. That sounds exciting. A new job. Don't take on too many jobs. Don't be me though. Gemma says, thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much, Gemma. It's always a pleasure to see you here. I love when I start recognizing familiar names and familiar faces, because it just makes me so happy, because we're building this kind of connection. We're building this team effort. It's very interesting to explain. I'll have to explain it one day. But thank you all so very much for your beautiful questions. And let's get on to our next question. Oh, shoot. Also, by the way, I might have slipped up here a little bit. I have a secret for you guys. We're playing the emoji game. So look, let's just go ahead and get started. Because if you want like a nice free little reading at the end, go ahead and start leaving those emojis. I'm slow. I messed up once again, but let's get it started. So we're playing the emoji game today. Start leaving those beautiful emojis. Keep them coming. Keep them pushing. And I can't wait to see who the winner is for this evening. I'm excited. So, all right, now let's jump into our next questions. Go ahead and get those emojis rolling. So Emma asks, are we going to get back together? That's an interesting question. Now, let's see. I don't always need a name or a birthday or anything like that to pick up energy. This is a little bit general, kind of, in terms of who we're talking about, but I'm going to do my best here. So, let's see. I do not think, because this is a sent home card, the sent home is reversed. This is talking about yes, you two are going to get back together. This is going to get back together, but there's a 2 of mirrors here. You need to be very careful. There are some red flags that in this connection are very present. And when you two reconnect, those red flags are going to be extremely more present. I hear a little bit of arrogance. I hear a little bit of egotistical activity coming from your person that you're thinking of here. It's almost like I feel they recognize where maybe they've done wrong, but they can't always accept where they've done wrong in certain aspects of the relationship between the two of you. And so that's where I'm picking up where these red flags are going to come from. You two are going to reconnect. But then what's going to happen is you're going to start noticing these things that happened before you two separated. And that is going to start causing them red alerts in your head, because things are going to feel really good. You have the 10 of rings here. Things are going to feel really good. But with this 2 of mirrors, it's almost like you need to watch what exactly is happening. It's a reflection. And that reflection is the same situation you had before with him is going to be playing out again. It's just going to look slightly different. He's not coming back changed. He's not coming back different. He's coming back the same, just repackaged. It's like when you get the deluxe version of a video game. It's like, you get the regular version, the deluxe version only has like 1 or 2 DLCs. They only have 1 or 2 downloads. Oh my gosh, I hope that was able to help give you some clarity. Be careful of deluxe editions versus regular editions. Sometimes when you come back as the deluxe, you get 1 free outfit, and then you get disappointment because you spent an extra $10 on it. Now equate that to people. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So thank you so much for your beautiful question. And remember, everyone, keep those emojis rolling. And for those of you who've gotten readings, be sure to go to journeyryanlive.com. Feel free to leave me a review, because we love reviews over here. I love progress reports. Emma says, spot on. Thank you. You are so very welcome, my friend. And good luck. Be careful. The deluxe editions will get you. That says, thanks, Bunny. I will let you know if I get the job. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. Because remember what I said last show? We can't be cute and broke. One of us in this chat, a couple of us need to get a good break. So I'm hoping it's one of y'all. So thank you guys so much. And let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Ilani, she says, hello. Will Tony and I eventually move in together once things are settled? No, not rushing it though. I understand that. So let's see. Will you two eventually move in together? I feel the answer is kind of a general yes. The problem here is he's hesitant. There's a pause. He's hesitant. And I want to figure out why. So we're going to figure this out. So I think the answer is yes. And you have similar cards as our friend before us. So first off, you have a host card reverse. This is somebody who is not really in the prime that they need to be in. They're not secure. They're not being very direct. They're a little bit, a good way to put it is a little bit, it feels like an insecurity. They're not as strong as a player as they need to be in this regard. There's a little bit more to the topic that maybe he needs to sit and explore on with this 2 of mirrors. He's really kind of reflecting, kind of thinking, because it's like the timing, the time frame of what you want and how he wants it and how you want it and how this time frame comes together. It's like a butting of heads. You two are not on the same page 100%. I do think this is going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen in the time frame you want. I hear about 6 to 8 months specifically is what I'm getting for this. So it's going to take a while because you have this 10 of rings here. It's going to happen. But remember, with this 2 of mirrors, you two need to sit and really discuss what exactly is happening and how it's happening. Also, be very aware if there's someone else in his atmosphere or in his ear. I don't know if there's ever been another person who talks at him about certain things or he talks to about certain things, but he may be a little bit influenced by the words of someone else. It could be a parental figure, and I hear it like in the side, like the right side of my head, and it kind of hurts on this side too. shoot me in this bell, but I do hope I was able to help. Be very aware. Sometimes your partners are influenced by the people around them, and it's not because they're weak. It's sometimes they don't have the life experience to navigate. So try not to, make them feel too bad about it. But I do know that is going to be a rough one to kind of get through. But I do wish you the best of luck, and I hope that I was able to help you. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and jump in. Keep those questions coming, you guys. Keep those emojis rolling, because remember, emoji game at the end. I want to see emojis. Put the bunnies on. Put the pink hearts on. Let's get it. I want to see all of them, because I love looking at the chat and seeing where all the emojis are coming from. Ilani says, I will look out for this. Thank you very much. You are so welcome, Ilani. Yes, everyone. Sometimes when you're in a partnership, your partner may go to someone else for guidance and advice. And sometimes that happens because we, as people, do not always have the answers to everything, and we need help. And sometimes they're not always doing it. It can be looked at like, you can get it looked at like a slight, like they're doing it to be underhanded, but sometimes people are just confused and need help. And unfortunately, it sucks because you need them to be a leader and make the decision for themselves. But sometimes everyone doesn't always know the right decision for them. And sometimes it's okay to allow your partner grace to make or to try and rationalize or understand what they're feeling, because not everyone has the tools to do it. Remember, in this life, you only get so many tools, and you have to build the toolbox on yourself. You can't fix a door with a wrench. Or maybe you can. I don't know nothing about tools, but I know you get a limited amount. You got to build that mess up. Like you have to go to Walmart and get them on sale. You got to figure things out for yourself over time. Y'all, I have a half a serious bone in my body, so y'all have to deal with me. But let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Kelly, hi, Kelly. She says, hello, Bunny. Will we still be in our current home throughout the holidays? Thank you. Ooh, that's a good question. We love a good move, especially when the move is a good one. Will you be in your current home? I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like the answer is, the answer is a no. That's what I was also feeling. You have a sun reverse. The answer is a no. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean this is a bad luck situation with the sun reverse. This more so just kind of means you're not going to be in the place where you expected. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a rocky shift for you, but yes, I do think you two are going to, or you and your family are going to move. I feel like this is going to be I feel like November. I feel really strong November, probably before or after Thanksgiving. It's going to be like somewhere mid-November or early December. There's going to be a real big shift in your environment. That's not a bad thing. It's just going to be a lot, and it's going to be a little bit taxing, especially with this Wheel of Fortune reverse. This is telling you that it's just going to feel like a pile of garbage for a couple minutes. And what I mean by a couple minutes is more like a couple months. Time does not exist. It is a figment of our imagination. However, it's going to be a rough road. It's going to be a little bit rocky, but it's going to work out in the present, or at least in the present time for you. Kelly says, oh, okay, I'm trying to get something together as a whole. Thank you, Bunny. You are so very welcome. Just give it time. Keep taking the actions because you're going in the right direction. And remember, you'll be able to move on. Just keep taking those actions, and it's going to work out for you. So I do hope that was able to help you, and thank you so much. And remember, guys, if you guys want to skip the line, you guys can leave or go to journeyryanlive.com and submit a donation, because remember, we have a 3-minute, we have a mini, a medium, and a mega reading. And mega is for if you want the big juicy readings. And I can't think of the word. It's a mediumship that I'm trying to say, but sometimes my brain and my mouth don't work in conjunction with each other. So y'all are going to get sick of me one day. Journey says, not Walmart. Yes, sir. Yes, you go to Walmart or you go to Home Depot, but more than likely, knowing how I am, we're going to go to Walmart and get them tools. Walmart, at least you're getting a deal. It may not last you forever, but you're getting the experience. Look, I like being a baddie on a budget. Therapy and all. Oh my goodness. Everyone, thank you so much. Don't forget, leave those emojis, keep dropping them down, and let's go ahead and Journey says LOL. Oh my gosh. I'm a mess, and you guys are gonna figure that out real quick. There's a half a serious bone in this body of mine. But let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Let's keep it rolling, guys. So Taylor asks, hello, Taylor. Is it safe to do business with Ray? Ooh, I love me a good business question. Look. You're going to learn real quick. I like being nosy, and I like being all up in business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I just don't like to be in it. However, I think with Ray, it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be fine. You have a 3 of Pentacles here. So generally, overall, this isn't going to be a bad time. I think it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period for the two of you because you're going to be understanding how each other works. Now, there is going to be working with Ray is going to take away some stress. You have a 10 of Pentacles, or excuse me, it's a 10 of Wands reverse. Look, I can see and I can read. Don't pay attention to me. But it's going to get better over time. It's going to help alleviate the stress. It's just going to be a whole new situation, but I think it is safe. I'm not necessarily seeing red flag danger zone. I just think the actions taken by Ray, there's going to be a lot of communication needed. There's going to be a lot of you needing to put down 100% what it is you want, how you want it, when you want it. This is that boss energy. This is that Empress energy I'm trying to search for. You need to be very aware of what is happening, when it's happening, and you need to keep track. I think this can go pretty decent. It just needs to be something that you are very, very cemented on and be very clear with what you want. Like I said, if you're not super clear on everything regarding this situation, you won't be able to take the action you want because you have a 7 of Cups and a Knight of Pentacles reverse. Excuse me, a Knight of Wands reverse. Man, words are hard today, y'all. But because you have those 2 cards reversed, you just need to be aware of the options that you have in front of you and be ready to say, I need, want, and demand a say in what is going on. Just because you two like... Hey, look, it's a day today. Wednesdays are a messy day, but unfortunately we hit that bell. I had more to say for you, but I do hope I was able to help you. And thank you so much for your beautiful question. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that next question. Oh my gosh, I have not a clue on life right now. Celeste asks, hello, Celeste. She says, will I be successful in my career? I heard the automatic yes. The yes was very loud. You have a Knight of Cups reverse. That's a very loud, yeah, you will. I think what's happening though, and why you feel like you almost maybe won't, is that there's a bit of unsurety in you. I feel that hesitation coming out. It's like, I want to be successful. You like what you do. Essentially, you have a Knight of Cups and a 2 of Cups. Beautiful cards. Big yeses. Gigantic yes. But I also feel like because you're not super confident in what you're doing and how you're doing, it's coming out like, is this really the right thing I've done? It's like you're second guessing yourself because you're not 150% sure. And so I'm going to tell you here, you're doing the right thing and you're going in the right direction. You just have to believe in yourself, and having that confidence, especially when starting out in something new or just continuing in something, is very hard. I suffer with that as well. There's a balance you need to find, especially in regards to your self-confidence in regard to what you do. I feel like you're very skilled at what you do. You're very proficient. You just don't feel like you are because I feel like you may compare yourself a little bit to others around you. And I think when you see your other coworkers, there might be a little bit of a self-comparison, and that's where this balance needs to come in. That was really country. Ooh, wow. But that balance that needs to come in because you're comparing yourself to the people you work with, and that you're seeing their efforts versus your efforts. and you're automatically downplaying what you're doing. You have to, and I need this advice for myself, you need to remember that you're doing the best job you can do, not they can do, but you can do. And your skills are going to be different from theirs. And that is okay. That is fine. That is rational. And that is good. Just remember that your work is just as valid as theirs. And I think that's something you need to tell yourself a little bit more, because your confidence is very key into everything you do. And quite frankly, we're learning this lesson that I'm telling you, we're learning this at the same time together. So don't think you are learning it by yourself. And thank you so much for that question. You're going to do amazing. Stop talking down to yourself. Good luck. Thank you so much. All right. Remember, y'all, we're still doing that emoji contest. So let's keep it pushing. We got time. Get those emojis in. Just start flying the bunnies and the hearts and everything. Put the cakes down in there too, because I like cake. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Yay! Oh, wow. It's a mega reading. Thank you so much for your beautiful donation. I'm flattered. Thank you so much. I can't wait. So let's see what our beautiful question is for this evening. And thank you so much for that donation. I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see. Now, I almost forgot about this one scenario. I don't know if I can get into it right now because we are about to do this mega reading, but just that whole bit about confidence, that confidence part is really important. Like I said, I'm learning that lesson too. A lot of people don't realize when we're giving you guys advice, we're also learning those lessons as well. So remember, that confidence is key. That confidence is going to be everything. And sometimes it's really easy to just throw yourself into the wolves because we naturally do not like ourselves. We naturally find everything wrong with ourselves. And sometimes, unfortunately, when we find these things wrong with ourselves, we will be our own worst enemy. And unfortunately, we have to really make it a point to build our own confidence up. Like I said, I'm learning how to do this too. A lot of the times it's really easy for someone like me to just beat myself down as well. It's like you put yourself in an Empress reverse position, right? You beat yourself down and you're really unable to just bring yourself out of it because you want to be like Samantha Q, who is like the CEO of this, and this, or you want to be like Samuel, who can, do everything and more and just take on 600 different types of work. And you have to remember what your strengths are. Like, when we forget that we are also valid and also very well versed in what we do, we unfortunately cannot, we end up forgetting that, we're people too. We forget we're people and we forget we're learning as well. We have to stop comparing ourselves to others, because that is going to a lot of times be the downfall in how we end up failing or succeeding. The moment we start comparing ourselves, I feel like I'm preaching to a choir I need to listen to. But when we start talking down to ourselves, we really do ourselves a disservice. And we have to remember that just because we don't work like everyone else, it doesn't mean our work isn't valid or it isn't good enough. It's just enough. It's what we are able to do. And it's perfect the way it is. We can clean it up, streamline it, but our work ethic is very good for what it is. You just have to remember yours is good enough. Hello.
All right. So I'm going to let everybody know that we are going to go ahead and take the next question until we get the question for the mega read. It hasn't come up yet. And so we're just going to go ahead and take that. But we do need your question. Celeste, I think that's your name. If I mispronounced it, I do apologize. But you did donate for a mega. So if you could give us the question for the mega, so that way we can go ahead and get that answered for you. But while you're writing your question, we're going to go ahead and take the next person. Sorry, Bunny. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't know that they don't think that we skipped over them. Because
no worries. And you heard Boss Man. We're going to go ahead and jump into that next question. Let's get it. Firefly Magic. Hi, buddy. Firefly. It's been a minute, hasn't it? How does C really feel about spending time getting to know me? Ooh, see, you guys are hitting me right in the good spot. I love romance questions. It's probably what I'm most proficient at. It's my favorite thing for some reason. Let's see. So how does C really feel about getting to... Oh. Okay, Firefly. I don't want you, A, to look at yourself in a negative way, because I don't think he's as enthusiastic as he's letting you believe. He's kind of leading, it's almost like leading you on a little bit. So you have A, red flags, 3 of mirrors. There's something here that he is not telling you. He's not being very forthcoming. It almost feels like hot and cold a little bit. So he's kind of like, yeah, this is great, this is fine, but then also I'm just not feeling it. He doesn't really know where he's at. Now you have this villain card here. This is someone who operates out of their own necessity to fulfill their own self-interest. This is someone who does things for the wrong reason. This is someone who's here for a good time, not a long time. This is someone who's not super duper honest in what they have or what you have going on. So because of this comes off a little bit of a two-faced, almost manipulative energy, which is why I'm like, he's into it, but not fully. So in terms of how he feels about spending time with you, he's not mad at it, but he certainly has an ulterior motive underneath that. I really want to dig into that because, I like being nosy, but there's an ulterior motive up under it. And unfortunately, he's not being very forthcoming because remember, those red flags are just flagging. They're just waving, but he's not talking about it. However, there's a 5 of flutes here. He knows he's being... No, I was getting so into that, Firefly. I have so much more because there's a lot here. He knows. But I hope I was able to help give you some clarity. And thank you so much for that question. I love me a good romance question. And I like being nosy. All right. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Thank you so much for the donation, Celeste. Welcome back, and thank you so much for clarifying your question. I'm so excited, and thank you so much for being my very first mega reading. I'm shook. So Celeste asks, hello, will my sister Giselle become better financially, physically, and mentally? And then will my dad's trial go well? Will I be happy living with my friends next year? So I can answer the first one about your sister. However, about your father's trial, unfortunately, that falls into the realm of legal, and I am unable to answer any legal questions. That's kind of not within our jurisdiction as tarot readers, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry. I have to skip that one, but I can answer that last one. And if we can keep the question on screen for me for a bit longer, that would be awesome. So will Giselle become better financially, physically, and emotionally? I think Giselle's going through some growing pains. I think Giselle is going through a very tough time where she needs to cut things out of her life. Giselle, I feel like, is just stuck right now, and it's going to take a little bit of a push, but I do see this internal happiness coming. But this internal happiness, external as well, comes with cutting away certain things that may not be serving her. And so what I feel like for that is it's coming to a decision that needs to be made. And I think the decision is being made. The problem is being able to change in that way is very, very difficult, right? Being able to do what is essentially an entire life shift for somebody, even though you wish them the best, even though you want them to succeed, they can only do it on their own terms. And I think eventually she will get there. And I think she's already started there. Like, she wants better for herself. She just doesn't see where better is coming from next. And so if we're looking at this from a perception of someone who may be suffering with a little bit of like deep internal questioning, is what I feel like this is. I kind of get the idea that she sees the problems, she understands, she recognizes, but how do I change it? How do I fix it? And I feel like that's why she is kind of stuck almost. She's unable to move forward. And it's not like a hanged man stuck where it's like a permanent stuck. It's more so a change is terrifying. And that's what I'm feeling from her. Change is scary. Change, like literally, we're asking about a course in her entire life. How she's recognized things, how she's viewed things for so long. It's like everyone in her life is asking her to shift where exactly she's going. And that is extremely difficult for her, unfortunately. This is something that is going to be very mentally and physically taxing for her. And she has the confidence that needs to be built. Like, she has the drive. She wants it, but you have to allow her time and space to essentially push through and continue forward. It's going to take time, and it's going to take everyone around her, unfortunately, being very patient with her. It's going to be a very challenging situation, but I do see her happiness coming. Has a Hierophant, and there's a 9 of Cups here. Her happiness is coming. Her stability is coming, but you as her family need to really be like down bad and supporting, because this is going to be the hardest transition she goes through. So I hope that I was able to help with that question. And then your second question was, will I be happy living with my friends starting next year? And off the bat, that was quick. You have a King of Cups card. I think it's going to go pretty well, quite frankly. Living with your friends is, trust me, friend, it's a challenge. Trust me, it is. It's a lot. You're mending a lot of different personalities. It's going to go well. Will it end well? Probably not. And this is what I mean. It starts off well. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's doing good. We're all managing our responsibilities properly, right? But then after that, there's this imbalance, and I felt it. The Temperance flipped over in the deck, and now I have to find it. But here it is. This is a Knight of Cups that came through. There's a Temperance that's reversed in this deck. And that is telling me it's going to start so good. Everyone's going to be happy. We're going to be living our lives. Hey, good time, good time, good time. We're grown. We're going to be having a good time. And then something is going to shift. And I think it's going to be within one of your housemates. Something is going to shift. And then here it is. The energy is just going to flip. And it's going to happen out of nowhere. And I feel like what may happen throughout the situation with your roommates is things could end up ending friendships and becoming a little sour. I feel like there's going to be separation. So people are going to start choosing sides. Be very careful. It can go well, but we're also leaving our destiny in the hands of other people. Because remember, someone could walk in front of a car or something and change the entire timeline that they are supposed to be on. You are trusting the good ending essentially to people who may not have their own good ending ready. So just be very careful. I don't see this necessarily starting bad, but I can see very clearly where there's going to be some discourse. And I feel like it's going to be between you, and I feel like if there's a male involved or someone with a lot of masculine energy, it's going to be between that person. And if that person is a water sign, that's very prolific here. So search out water signs. And if you know who that is, that's probably going to be the person who is going to make things a little bit more difficult. So I will say, in a situation like that, where you have the free will of multiple different people in one house, be very careful about who you're putting your trust into. Be very careful with who you're allowing to help pave the path of your life as well. Because remember, their actions in that case can dictate what comes forward to you, whether that is happiness or obscene amounts of stress. So be very careful. It's not going to go bad. It just can get bad. And I see it's going to start great and then it's just going to tip down. Ooh, so Celeste, I do hope I was able to help you clarify with those ones. And thank you so much for your beautiful donation. Thank you so much for being my very first mega. And I do hope I was able to help give you the clarity you were looking for. Be careful with roommates. It's I think I'm speaking from my own issues. Be very, very careful. Because sometimes when you start living with people, they will show you you learn who they are so quick. And when you start seeing those red flags, do not hesitate to believe them. Cut out and run. It does not always pay to be a good person. It does not always pay to be a good person. So I hope I was able to help you. Celeste says, thank you. I know exactly who it is. Yes, that's the one. You know who they are. It does not always pay to try and save the world and be a good person. Sometimes you got to be selfish. What did homegirl on that one show say? I got to put me first, put you first. And it's okay to put you first. I'm speaking from experience, my friend. Just run. All right. Thank you so much, Celeste, for your gorgeous question. I love that one. That was great. So let's go ahead and jump into our next question. We're having a good time. We're rolling. And also, let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, hello, Maricela. She says, hello, beautiful. Would you be able to pick up about my finances in the next couple of weeks? Please and thank you. Of course. I'm going to do my best. First off, I hear it's going to be a little bit rough. Like if we're putting visuals to it, the first thing I saw was like not an uphill, but a cliff. It's a little bit of a cliff. So your finances in terms of the Three of Wands, it's not going to be so great for a little bit. You're not going to be able to make the kind of moves that you're hoping to make. However, it's literally because there are some cycles that you need to close out. And this could be in terms of another individual that is around you. Someone wants something from you. So what I'm kind of feeling, if I can describe in my mind's eye what I'm looking at, it's someone grabbing, like grabby hands, grab, take, pull, push. It's like push your buttons and then pull what they can get out of you. It literally feels like, if I could say it like this, it just feels like kind of getting robbed. It's kind of messed up. However, there are some options that are going to be financially opening up to you. If you run a business, the business is going to start picking up, but there's going to be a need for you to really do a lot of self-promotion. I do see your money is going to get better, and I hear December. However, there's a need for you to really focus on that promotional aspect within yourself, and then be careful of whoever this is that is trying to take and snatch from you. It's like purposely trying to throw off your peace because it makes them feel good. It's someone, a male, egotistical male, does not have money like that of their own, probably not 100% financially secure themselves. It's not even that they're looking at you as their cash grab. It's just because they're now unhappy and they feel like their ego's been hurt. They will be snatching as much from you as possible. And it's done straightly out of malice. So be very careful with this person. Because they're going to just try and take you for a ride. You're going to want to be really secure in putting your foot down, because they're not going to let you, they're not going to stop. I was getting a message somewhere in there. They're not going to stop. So just be very aware and, try and keep yourself really grounded during this time. And I do hope that was able to help you, but look forward to December. We like Christmas money real nice over here. So thank you so much. Maricela says, my biggest thing is to promote. I think I know who the person is. LOL. Thank you so much, beautiful. You are so very welcome. Yes, promotion is very important. I'm also learning this lesson with you. We are all learning together. I'm very much a late bloomer myself. We're all learning together at the same time. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. And thank you, Maricela, for that beautiful question. Don't forget, if you like what you're getting from me, if you would love to, please go to journeyryanlive.com and leave a review. I like reviews. I like making sure that I'm doing somewhat decently because, it's hard out here. And I like validation. I'm sick of myself. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for putting up with my foolishness. But let's go ahead and jump into that next question. We still got some time here today. We're just getting things done. And also, you guys have been so awesome. Like, it's been great. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next question soon. But I kind of collectively feel like things are moving very fast for some of us, especially in terms of money. We're all kind of out here. It's like the season is weird. I know there's some moon elements and some planetary elements that are kind of leading into that, but you know, it's kind of wild out here. And we have an emoji contest winner. Thank you so much, Taylor A. You are tonight's contest winner. Thank you so much. And thank you guys so much, because y'all have been really showing out with those emojis, and that makes me so happy. So thank you so much. Now, for the emoji contest winner, Miss Taylor, I'm going to pull you some cards, and we're going to just jump right into it. Let's see kind of what Spirit has to say for you. And I almost feel like you need something different. There's something, hold on. We need to get the hummingbirds out, because I feel like the hummingbirds are kind of what's coming for you. And now it's super quick of a turnover too. So the card that I pulled for you is Magic in the Air. Stay alert. Signs, synchronicities, and messages are guiding your path. You, ma'am, have been maybe ignoring some messages that are like clearly in your head. It's not so much in your head, but right in front of you. So I'm getting a little bit of there's something you need to be super duper aware of. And I think you intuitively know what this is. It's almost like you need to pay more attention to your surroundings right now, because you are getting the messages you seek. The next card that came out for you was Frolicking Fun, Flip, Flutter, and Fly with a Playful Heart. It's almost like you're becoming extremely bogged down. And that bogged down feeling is starting to leave you a little bit dry, emotionally dry. Like you're not happy with what's going on. You're really, it's almost like it's not that you're completely unhappy. It's just like, I want more, I want better, I want the things, but you're forgetting what's right in front of you. So I feel like in this regard, with these messages so specifically in how they're saying it to me, there is messages about how you need to almost unlock or talk to your inner child. You need to go back, way back in your head, and do something that required you to kind of feel like a kid again. Whether you are playing with Play-Doh or playing video games or swinging on a swing, there's something you need to relive and revitalize yourself. It's like you need a refresher. It's like you're thirsty and you need to just, it feels so good. It's refreshing. You need to refresh your brain. You need to refresh your spirit. And I feel like it has something to do in the feet, because I see your feet in grass. So it's probably something to do with grounding, your root chakras. I'm not the chakra queen here, but there's some very lovely intuitive empath, Kay, who is really keen on those chakras and knows a good amount about them. So you can always view her shows and get some ideas on chakras. But I feel like there's some type of grounding that you need in order to push forward. You're forgetting how to enjoy life. You're getting caught in the rat race. So be really careful about that, Taylor. Remember, sometimes we can just stop and do dumb stuff and have fun. Go blow bubbles. I like doing that. I am a 31-year-old woman who will go blow bubbles for the heck of it. It's all right. Go blow bubbles. Have fun. Kid fun. Do that, because you need to reground yourself. So thank you so much, Taylor, and thank you so much, everybody who's participated in the emoji contest. It was so good, and I'm so happy seeing all those emojis there. And so we still have some time left, so I want to go ahead and keep jumping into some questions. We have another donation. Thank you so much, Firefly. You guys are awesome today. Thank you so much. So Firefly asks, how C really feels about spending time with me. What do I need to know? What is he hiding? Okay, let's get back into this one because that one had me messed up. He knows because I remember this one. I have the memory of a trapped cat in a paper bag, but I remember this one. He knows he's not being fully honest. He knows he's not really being forthcoming with what he feels. He's giving you, an illusion. This is a moon card. You see where it's like, rose colored glasses, like, sparkle, sparkle, twinkle, twinkle. He's giving you the illusion. He doesn't really want the illusion. Like I said, he's here for a good time, not a long time, right? He is here for a season, not an actual reason. And he's not being honest with you. And he knows he's not being honest. And it makes me mad because he knows he's not being honest with you. He knows he's feeding you this illusion. It's almost like he is being very strategic. Now, there is an 8 of rings here. This camera guy especially is so interesting because look, his head is the camera. He is watching. He is analyzing. What do camera people do? They have to watch the minute details. It's almost like, ooh, I see what I want, but I don't want it for a long time. He is being very tricky about what he wants. And I almost feel like it's because he's not trying to commit to you. It's not that he wants to be with someone else. He just doesn't want to be locked down. He is not someone who is super duper committal. He's not great at opening up and committing. And even though this opening up card is very present here, which means he will eventually, you more so eventually catch on that you are not the front runner here. There's probably, I can't say 100% for sure, but it's almost like there's other people he's talking to or someone else or something else that he wants. So he's not being honest. He knows he's messing up. He knows he's being very ungrateful, quite frankly, and dishonest with your time. Because I feel like he's not necessarily with someone else. He's trying to kind of play the field. This is someone who is like player into sports. And that reminds me of a deck. Because if I got enough time, I'm going to draw from this deck right here. We're going to look into the What's Brewing deck. Because I love being nosy. Trash. The first card out is trash. This is throwing away, tossing, getting rid of. This is someone that needs to go. Oh my God, Firefly, no. He's up in the gym working on his fitness, but it ain't for you, it's for others. Be very careful. And thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much for your question. Look, I like getting nosy. So I got real excited with that one. But Firefly, protect yourself. You deserve better. You deserve so much better. Don't no one deserve that kind of foolishness in their life. We don't got time for that in 2023. So thank you so much for your beautiful donation, your beautiful question. And let's go ahead. Oh, Firefly says, thank you. Thank you so much to you, Firefly. Remember, you deserve better. Now go make yourself some biscuits. And remember that there's so much more. There's so many more fish in the sea. And fish that don't do games like that. This is not goldfish. All right, thank you so much. And let's go ahead and jump into our next question. Because we got time today. Let's see, Maj asks, will my son Adam pass his driving test? Oh, he was due to sit it Friday this week, but they canceled it. Oh, I see. Ooh, that's exciting. I like this question. So let's see. Will my son Adam pass his driving test? I feel like generally no. I think no. He needs a little bit more revision. If you have time, go through your judgment's reverse, and you have a 3 of swords here. Those are your first 2 cards out. This is heartbreak, and this is judgment not in your favor. He's not going to pass, but it's not because he's not good. He just needs a refresher, and I think what's happening is his anxiety is kind of jumping at him. He's nervous. He's excited. He's nervous. I have the same problem. I don't drive, and I need to go take my driver's test too. But also that anxiety will hit and you get so super excited. So I'm not seeing a change as a death reverse. There's no change, no transformation, nothing new coming in. So it's not a bad thing. It's just more so that he needs a little bit more time and a little bit more practice in order to jump into this next phase of his life. It's just calming the nerves and emotions, doing some meditation, grounding, and study. Lots of study. Because it's something about I don't know if you guys have to parallel park. It's something to do with a turning mechanism that he's having issue with. I don't know if it's like when you drive up and then you drive backwards and you have to get the wheel just right. It's something like that. So if he's having issues with like certain turning maneuvers, like maneuvering, do go over that because I see that being an issue. I'm not sure if you guys parallel park where you are. It's like mandatory over here. But if it is, that's probably where you two need to spend some time and really practice and study. So I hope that was able to help you. And good luck to him. That's such a big phase of your life, getting your driver's test. Or getting your driver's license. That's a lot. He's gonna get there though, so don't worry. All right, and thank you so much for your beautiful question. Let's go ahead and jump into our next one. Let's see. You guys are awesome tonight. Kenny asks, will I get a promotion at work within 3 years time from now, please? Ooh, I like that you gave me such a big time frame. Because I mean, I like a time frame, but when you give it that wide, it's perfection, because I can see so much more in that regard. So are you going to get the promotion? Yes, but. So here we are. Your yes is coming here with this Three of Wands, but do not let this desire or thought of a promotion be what controls you at work. Don't let that be your driving force at work. Because I feel like if you put that in the forefront of your brain, you're going to psych yourself out. So it's yes, but do not let the anxiety of getting the promotion or the overthought of getting the promotion be something that unfortunately could throw you off to the part where you're only working this job to just get promoted to the higher section. Because when you start putting yourself in that singular category, like this is the only reason I want to work this job because I want the coins, which I mean, shoot, that's really why we're all working, isn't it? But when you start doing that to yourself and you put that thought in your head, you end up psyching yourself out. So don't let that anxiety rule you and don't let that desire rule you. Remember to go in fresh, like with a good mind. You are going to get it within 3 years. I hear like probably about within the 1.5 to 2 years mark. So probably before that 3-year time period, but about 2 years from now, you'll more than likely have that promotion. Just give it a little bit more time. And just remember, you got this. You're good. You know what you're doing. You are confident. You are strong. You got this. Just go in clear-headed. Do what you need to do. Show that you're a team player and show that you can boss out real good. And you got this. You're fine. So thank you so much for your beautiful question. And let's go ahead and jump into the next one. I think we got time for a few more. Maybe. We'll see. So let's see. Liz asks, do you see me in our own place and good soon? Oh, Liz, I like questions like this too. Let's see. Will Liz end up in her own place? That Page of Wands reverse wanted to come out. It's going to take a little bit longer than you expected to. I think what is happening here is your answer is generally a yes, but. And I hate a yes, but because it never really answers what everyone wants from them, right? So you have a King of Swords reverse. You're starting out. There's some things you need to cut away. There's some habits that need to change. There's something here that needs to shift. And so that air energy is very present here. It's kind of like a go with the flow. Are you eventually going to get there? Yes. But there needs to be some changes made first. It's not going to happen as soon as you would like it to. You have a Page of Wands reverse. This is action coming in. A page doesn't move as slow as a knight. A page is like at a medium pace. So you have to remember, if you don't take this action to make the changes you need to, it's not going to happen the way you want it to. There's something from your past here, especially with this Five of Cups reverse. There's something in the past that you did that might... it's almost like you're making the same mistake twice. In terms of something financially, making the same mistake twice. So just be very aware of that. However, I think what can happen is there is going to be this push forward, this move forward, but you have to see the opportunity right in front of you. So maybe right here, right now, this year is not the right time. I hear summer 2024 is going to be the better time for you to go ahead and make this jump. And once you make this jump, things are going to start moving really fast. If you take the time to wait, it's going to just boom, it's going to speed along by that point, because by then you're more secure where you are, or just in general. So for that sake of security, once you feel that security and once you just wait a little bit longer, I know it's forever, the winter is long, just wait a little bit longer and it's going to turn out significantly better when you decide to go ahead. So I do hope that was able to help. And thank you so very much for your beautiful questions. And you guys, we are starting to approach on our time here. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here today. It has been a pleasure. It has been an honor. Thank you guys so much for your generous donations. And I want to let you guys know the party isn't over yet because, it's Wednesday. We have shows. So after me at 8 p.m., you can catch Squirrel and Journey with the astrology breakdown. And then you can catch Whispers from the Forest with Squirrel at 10 p.m., which is always fun. Both of those shows I'm going to be watching too. And then you can catch Journey Ryan live at midnight Eastern Standard Time today, or technically Thursday, but midnight. So thank you all so very much for joining me today. I am Bunny Sugars. I hope you've enjoyed your time here, and I cannot wait to see you next Monday at 6 p.m. for I Am Human. So thank you guys so much and take care. Mwah! I love you guys.